What's up, Facebook? Happy Business Tip Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a great day. I have so many things going on today, but I wanted to make this video, and actually I've been thinking about it since last week. I asked a question on my Facebook, how many people run a business with their significant other? Me and my husband run two businesses together, and I was surprised at how many people do run businesses with their significant other. So I thought that I would jump on here and share with you guys my tips on the things that have helped us work together. By no means are we perfect. Hey, Bonnie. By no means do we have it down, but these things have helped us. And I also realized while I was writing them down is that even if you don't work with your significant other, maybe you are in direct sales or a network marketing company, I think that you can take these principles and apply it to your business with your spouse, because I think they're very interchangeable. And as you guys know, I do run a network marketing business. And so these are things that I've used, and then we run another business, a construction business on the side. So like I said, we are not perfect, but I would love to know if you run a business with your significant other. Drop a 1 in the comments below. If you haven't said hi, say hi to me. Let me know where you're coming from. What is the weather like for you guys? Talk to me. Okay, and if you have questions, drop them in the comments below. But I'm gonna give you guys 4 tips on what has helped us to grow our businesses, what has helped us to work together, not kill each other, and get along. And like I said, you can apply this even if you don't actually run a business together. Maybe you have your own separate business. You can apply all these things. The first thing that I would say is communication is key. You have to be able to talk to each other, and you have to be able to hear criticism from each other. You have to be able to set, I know that until we had that conversation, we would kind of like bat heads at each other. But until I could say, okay, I'm not telling you these things because I'm trying to be mean. I'm telling you these things because I want to grow the business. So have communication with each other. Set expectations. If you are running a network marketing company or a direct sales company or a business online, your spouse may not understand why you're spending so much time on your phone. And you need to explain that to them. Communication is key when it comes to any relationship, but especially when you're working together or when you're trying to build a business from home. You need to let them know, okay, these are gonna be my work hours. This is what I'm gonna do. And if I'm on my phone, I'm working, I'm not messing around. But at the same time, I give my husband the option to call me out. If I'm sitting on the couch and we're watching a movie as a family, and he'll be like, are you really working, or are you just scrolling and not spending time with us? So set those expectations, allow each other to be able to call each other out on different things without taking it personally. And remember that it's only to help you to grow your business or to grow your relationship. Another thing that we do as far as communication goes, and I think that this is really important. So then my number 2 tip is schedule weekly meetings. A time where you guys aren't running back and forth talking about things, a time where, the kids are not there. We try to do a weekly lunch date where we sit down, we go over numbers, we go over schedules, we go over all of that stuff. But it's super important that you take the time to do that outside of when there's not a million things going on. So make sure you actually set that meeting and you stick to it. Okay, the third thing, and this is part of the reason that this got brought up this week, is grow together. So what I mean by that is, you guys know that I am a personal development junkie, and I truly believe that in order to grow your life, in order to grow your business, you must grow yourself and you must work on your mindset. And I will tell you what, I did that probably for the first 3 years of my business, and my husband didn't necessarily understand what I was talking about until I actually got him to go to an event of mine. So if you are in network marketing or direct sales, I highly suggest you get your partner to an event. He always supported me in my business, but once I got him to the first free trip that I earned to Cancun, and he experienced what it was all about, he completely changed, and he was open to learning more about the business. He was open to learning more about growing as a person, and that in turn actually helped his business, or our business, together, because it allowed him to apply the same principles there. And he's more open to have a conversation with me about about personal growth and about personal things. And the next best thing that we did, and this is kind of where it all like got actually bigger for us as far as growing together, is back in 2016, I wanted to go to Tony Robbins, UPW, and I wanted to go so bad, but I knew, and this is why I think it's so important to grow together. I knew that if I went to UPW by myself, because I could have gone with some coach friends, or I could have found someone else to go with, that I would come home a different person and that our marriage probably wouldn't have been the same. So I told him, I said, hey, I want to go to this, but I need you to go with me. And if you don't go with me, I'm probably not going to go because of that reason. Like, we need to grow together instead of growing apart. And I tell you what, that was probably the best thing that we ever did for our marriage, that we ever did for our businesses. And actually, we get to go see Tony Robbins tomorrow here in Phoenix together. So, you know, it allowed us to get away. It allowed us to spend time together. It allowed us to grow. It allowed us to learn more about each other. I think that even though we are married and we think we know each other, it's a different ballgame when you get into working together and being with each other all of the time. And so I think learning how each of us work and how each of us thrive is really important. So I think it is really important to grow together and learn about each other, learn about how each other works. The fourth tip that I have for you guys, this is my last tip, is that you need to remember, whether you guys are working together or you have your own business, that there is a life outside of business, and that you need to make your marriage a priority, your spouse, your significant other a priority, and you need to make yourself a priority. It doesn't have to be business 24/7. And I know that's a hard thing for people to hear, and I understand because you're wrapped up in it. I mean, you know, we have people calling us 24/7, needing us to come out and help them. I get that. But at some point in time, and like with me, my notifications are always going on off and stuff. You have to set boundaries, because if you don't have a life outside of your business, then why even have your business anyways? And why have your marriage suffer? Why have all of those things happen? So you have to make time for each other. You have to make time where you're not talking about business, where you're going out and you're doing something fun, or you're just, you know, relaxing and not thinking about anything. You have to make time for your family. And then you also have to make time for yourself. And that is really important, especially when you're spending so much time together. People are, you know, will always like say to us, well, Ashley's going here, traveling here, or he's leaving to go hunting and doing these things. But what they don't understand is we spend a lot of time together compared to a lot of other people, or people that would work separate jobs apart. So for us, those times away are important for our business and for our marriage. So those are the tips I have for you guys. I'll go over them one more time. If you guys have questions for me, you can definitely drop them in the comments below. But number one thing is communication. No matter what, you need to be able to communicate with each other. You need to be able to set expectations, to hear criticism and not take it personally. That was number one. Number two is set up weekly meetings to where you can actually discuss these things and you are not distracted by other things. Like, you need to be able to have a conversation about the schedule, about what's going on. This is gonna alleviate like so much stress and so many like probably little fights. The fourth thing is grow together, really learn about each other. Grow as far as personal development goes, mindset goes, but really learn how each other works and how each other ticks. That way you know how to help the other person better. And the fourth thing is remember that you have a life outside of business, and without a life outside of business, why even have a business anyway? So make time for your marriage, make time for your family, make time for yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed these. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.